Hey everyone, it's your boy Raislive. Alright, so Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain has been out for some time now. It's been almost a month. It came out September 1st for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, and the Xbox 360. And of course PC. Now, hopefully the hype has died down because we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly about this game right now. So, I'm judging this game based on the previous Metal Gear Solid. I'm comparing it to that basically. I'm standard of that. So the Metal Gear Solid series as a whole, I'm drawing this game into. I'm not segregating this game from it because this is a part of the series. It is the fifth installment. So that's how you have to compare it. When you comparing Grand Theft Auto games, you compare it to the previous ones and the last ones or whatever. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do to this one. So if you're one of those guys who, if this is your first Metal Gear Solid, they're not gonna understand where the hype is coming from, where the fanboyish comments are coming from. But if you are a fan of this game and you've been playing this game to at least back from the PlayStation 2 era, the Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, then you definitely know what I'm talking about when I'm about to say in this game. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, my first impressions of this game. When I first played the game, I felt like, the game was beautiful. Graphically, awesome. Gameplay-wise, like the mechanics, beautiful. I mean, smooth, crisp. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4. When Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, a lot of people were at awe of how much control you had of Snake. It was like, wow, you can, you roll over, lay on the back door, kind of stuff. Like, it's pretty much the same, just like that on this one. And it's even better because now it's more smooth, it's more responsive. Everything is just more crisp. Now, compared to like the PlayStation 2 era of the games, of course it's, way better as far as like controls wise. Also, I felt that the sound of the game was really good. The way the guns sound, the foots, just the overall sound quality of the game was really good. I also enjoyed the whole buddy system, having, like recruiting people and recruiting just, like your dog, for example, D-Dog, you get the request like the walker. I also enjoyed the futon system where you get to extract things, you get to collect things around the world, like, getting material to help build for Mother Base. Also, what I really enjoyed was, finding enemies out there that have, great stats for like, certain areas, as far as like, support, intel, things like that, medic. I felt like that was really cool, trying to find all the high rank, level with the A rank guys and trying to like, get them to build up your Mother Base. That was really fun and that was really rewarding. I found myself really enjoying that. And that, to me, honestly, that's the main feature to why I actually, play a lot of these missions, especially the side up missions. I felt like those were the main things why I wanted to do it. Just to get those, guys, so I can get my Mother Base up and going, so I can, unlock more things, better guns, and, etc., etc. Because that's how you, progress further in the game by, getting material and recruiting soldiers towards Mother Base. However, that's pretty much where it stops, honestly. Now, this is where the game gets quite annoying. For one, my main pet peeve with this game is the story, Compared to previous Metal Gear Solid games, the story has always been phenomenal. It's always been enriched. It's always been detailed. It's always had some type of emotion to it. Just overall, one of the best games for stories if you play Metal Gear Solid. I love the stories of the game. This story is very lackluster. It's very generic. It's very basic. There's barely any, character development. Nobody in the game I'm really interested in, whatsoever. The villains of the game are pretty much trash. There's nothing uniquely cool about them. They look like, I wouldn't say weirdos because they always had like these type of weird, things going on with them. But these characters are just, I don't know if they just, what they're saying, like it's just boring. It's just not fun. I'm not interested whatsoever within these characters in this game. And it's just, I'm really disappointed in the way this story is. It's just very, very generic. It's so basic, and I'm not sure if this game is like split up. It's like there's gonna be DLC, but according to the game, it didn't really, they didn't hit us with like anything within the box of the game saying, hey, what, get this, expansion story DLC. It's really none of that. So there's no signs of there's going to be story DLC, but the story mode, it just seems very incomplete. People were complaining about the previous Metal Gear Solid 4, saying that the story was, not the story, but the cutscenes were too long and etc. etc. I never really complained about it. I felt like they were cool. It draws you into the game. It made it feel like a movie. Made you feel like, okay, these are what this character's about. This is how they sound or whatever in the real world. Like, it just brought me into the game more. And this one, they don't really have that many cutscenes in this game. The cutscenes are really down to the minimum. So I mean, that could be a good thing for some people, but to me, it was just really minimum. And what they did to compensate from that is by having a lot of the a lot of the dialogue in this game put into like audio tapes that you collect around the story, the world in general, and you pretty much get to listen to them on your own time, your free time or whatever, and get a little backstory within the game story and whatnot. And I mean, that's cool, but the tapes are just boring. Like, you listening to the tapes and they're just like, they just talking, going slow. It's like, Ocelot did this and Ocelot moved here and the backstory do this, and it's just slow and just like nothing enthusiastic within it whatsoever. You would think like, oh my god, I found the cassette tape, let's listen to it. I'd be so excited, and it's just boring. You listening to it and it's just a person. It's not really, doesn't even feel like they're into it. Like telling me something secretive or something. It just seems just unnecessary. I don't know, to me it was just completely boring, almost like a waste of time, almost trying to listen to. I got so many tapes that I got backed up that I need to like go back and listen to them, but I'm having a hard time finding the time to listen to them because it's like it's so boring listening to them. So you got that aspect. Also, what I also find that's really tedious is the fact that it seems like every single mission you do the same thing. It's always like you got a prisoner extraction, you're fighting an armed vehicle, or you're fighting an armored unit. It's like it's the same thing over and over. It's so repetitive, and I just really find that annoying with this game. It's just constantly doing the same thing over and over. Of course, when you get to a new area, you got to go find an interpreter. That's a given. And then after that, you just pretty much every mission is find some guy, the right guy, and then futon him and extract them. It's the same thing over and over. Extract prisoners, extract everything. And some of the stuff like extraction things are fun, like getting the material and the boxes and collecting things like that. But like after that, it just becomes very repetitive to the point it's like, dang, do we really got to do this again? Is that all this have to offer? Is just extracting people? Like, is this it? So I just really found that really annoying. And I also what they claimed to do is saying that this game was gonna support people who wanted to play it in various ways, as far as like people wanting to kill, because this is a stealth game by nature. Like, originally this game was made for to be stealthy, and they said that it supports people killing people. However, it does to a certain degree, but at the same time there's a negative effect to it. For one, if you do it on the main story missions, you're not going to get an S rank by killing people. You have to do a stealth, do it the stealth way. So that's a false impression right there. But as far as like the side ups, you get to kill people or whatever because they don't have anything. However, there's still a negative side to it. See, this game got this, I don't know, a lot of people know, but you got this demon points where every time you kill somebody, you get a demon point, and it counts towards your overall demon points. And what happens with that is that Snake gets like that little fragment that's stuck in his head. They explain to it in the beginning of the game how he got it there, but whatever, that thing starts to grow and gets larger and larger by accumulating more demon points. Also, Snake's face starts to get more bloody and it becomes permanent, and it's like, it scares people or whatever. I mean, and it's just, I don't know, to me it just seems unnecessary. It's kind of like, why it shouldn't be any effect whatsoever. It should be like, hey, if you want to run and gun and kill people, whatever, let people do that. And if you don't want to do it, you get to do it stealth, get to do it stealthy. I always found myself wanting to do both. Like, sometimes I wanted to just switch it up, walk around, stealth, kill people. Then sometimes I wanted to, that's kill people, but put people to sleep, whatever, tranquilize them or whatever. And then sometimes I just want to go in, I just want to snipe everybody, I just want to kill everybody, I just want to wreak havoc, just to offer some variety within the game, because it's so like it's the same thing over and over. Also, what I found annoying was that even though the game is an open world, it's really not even open world. Like, if you think about it, like it looks open world, just looking around, looking at the landscape, like, wow, it's pretty large. However, the way the map is set up is like, you can't climb mountains. A lot of the stuff you can't go over. You have to go around these certain paths. The game forces you to take certain routes just in order so you can go past, certain, army bases or whatever. And I mean, most of the time you get to skip them, you get to just walk right past them. However, I just found that really annoying, that the fact that Snake, he couldn't like climb any fucking mountains whatsoever. Like, you just constantly having to, you know, go around everywhere. And sometimes when you think like, hey, you know what, I can get up here, you know, and you really can't, you know. It's like this, it's like, damn, you know, it's like, here's this 8-foot wall. It's like, dude, jump up there and grab it and go across, and you can't even fucking do that. Like, you got to go all the way around the damn mountain just to freaking, you know, get to where you need to be. And that, to me, that's just super duper annoying. You know, I found that really annoying. I also found it annoying that a lot of the missions, you know, comes back to the same spot over and over. Like, sometimes you'll beat a mission, you know, and then sometimes you got to come back to that same area, that base, and do something else there at the same time. And it's just like, damn, didn't I kill all the enemies here, or didn't I extract everybody? Like, shouldn't I have this base by now? You know, it's like when you capture a base, like for example, when you find like a little base or whatever, and you know, you kill everybody or you extract everybody, it will say base capture. But you don't really get to capture the base, you know. You leave and you come back and that base is still occupied by enemies again. It's just like, it's just false illusion that you're actually doing something good, but you're not really doing anything. And it's just like where are we going? Like, where's the ending to this, you know? And it's just really annoying. So, you know, that's just, you know, my impressions of this game. You know, to me, man, like, this game is not the best Metal Gear Solid. I heard some people saying this is the best Metal Gear Solid, you know, game ever. Hell no, this is not the best Metal Gear Solid game ever. Me personally, I said in my last video that the best Metal Gear Solid to me is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I felt like that game had everything it needed. The boss battles were fun, story, character development was good, the story was good, the gameplay was good. You know, I just felt like it was really good, awesome, all-around game. And I don't even know where can I even put this one. If I can like rank this one, where would I put Metal Gear Solid 5? I don't even know. I think Metal Gear Solid 4 was even better too. I would say maybe it might be better than Metal Gear Solid 2, maybe like in certain areas, but that's just me. I mean, like I said, like I don't think this game is nowhere the best. This game is like I said, it's average at best. It's a good game to pick up, you know, just to play on new generation consoles. You know, like I said, it's not like a bad game, and I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that this game is definitely not the best game, and it definitely doesn't live up to the hype. It's definitely not what I expected at all, you know. And that's just my opinion, you know. And I'm sure a lot of people agree too, but I know there's a lot of people, a lot of fanboys is going to be in the comment section saying, hey, dude, whatever, dude, this is the best game ever. But I mean, what it is what it is. To me personally, I think the game's not all that. I don't want to give it like a score, but it's one of those games that if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't have got it day one. I would have waited to a price drop, definitely. And matter of fact, after I'm pretty much do all the side ops and all the side op missions, I'm pretty much going to put this on Craigslist and try to get like some type of refund for this, because I can't see myself playing this game. Like, I'm not even interested to any future online modes, nothing, you know, at all. Like, I mean, this game is really disappointing, because the story to me is where I bought this game. I didn't buy this game for multiplayer. I bought this game to play a decent, great story mode, because that's what I'm about. You know, I love a great story, and this game totally does not have what I was looking for. So, yeah, I think I hit all the points or whatever. I think that's pretty much everything. What do I feel? People saying that it's a, you know, game of the year. Nah, it's not game of the year either. I think Witcher 3 is a better game than this game. You know, there's a lot of things in this game that I felt that I was kind of childish. Like, for example, like Quiet, for example, you know, a lot of people complaining that she's saying that she's over sexualized and whatever. I mean, it is what it is. That's just how Japanese culture is. That's how they do women, and everywhere does that anyway. They always over sexualize and stereotype women. However, I felt like her character was just kind of corny and unnecessary. You know, just kind of like, really, she has to be naked all the time. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of corny to me. I felt like the nudity and the sex and within Witcher 3 was like very mature, and it made sense, you know. Like, it wasn't like stereotyped. It was just like, you know what, this is like how it is in real life, you know. It just felt, you felt like a king within the world, you know. This game with the sexuality with Quiet or whatever, it just felt like unnecessary. I don't know, just I don't want to get into much, because I don't want to seem like I'm hating on it, because, you know, that's just one little thing about it. But I felt like it was kind of like unnecessary and corny. It was kind of childish, you know. It's kind of like 15-year-old type of, you know, humor or whatever. But I don't know, that's my opinion on this game. You know, let me know what you guys think about this game. That's pretty much me done ranting about it. So, you know, that's it. So if you're new around here, subscribe, leave a thumbs up. If not, if you think the video is trash, you don't agree, you can leave a thumbs down. But whatever you do, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. It's your boy, I'm out. Peace.